we are going to talk about some small education YouTube channels that I think you guys should check out. These are channels that I subscribe to and I watch. Glad we got a couple people watching already. Nikki and Connor, two of my favorite people, two of the biggest supporters of the channel. So let's get right into it. I'm going to try some different things with my live stream this time, so it might get a little crazy. I hope everything works out. And let's see. Show you guys. I'm going to switch to desktop. All right. So now you're seeing what I'm seeing. Yes. All right. So this is what the YouTube Live interface looks like. You can see all your comments here. All right. So I asked you guys in the community tab, maybe some of you saw this, maybe you didn't, what time you prefer I go live, and the majority of you said this time on Friday. So that's why we're doing it right now. In the future, I may experiment with other days during the week, see if that works better, but this is what we're going to do right now. So let's start off with the list. So I was going to do more. I found so many awesome channels, but I narrowed it down to 7 just because I had some time constraints. So in the future, maybe I'll do another live stream with other channels or just make a video about some of these channels because there's a lot of really cool small education YouTube channels out there. So the first one, and let me know if you guys have seen any of these, if you've come across any of these channels. And I don't have the links in the description yet, but I'll get them up there within the hour after this ends. All right. So let me know if you've seen any of these, and then at the end, let me know if there's any other ones that you think I should check out that I didn't cover. So the first is Stefan Milo. He covers everything ranging from archaeology and anthropology is kind of his main broad area. You can see some of his videos here. But he covers things from like the spear, the newest one talks about Serbian Empire, the longest road in the United States, where Idaho got its name, which is my home state, so appreciate that. He's very knowledgeable on these subjects and does really high quality videos. My favorite video of his, besides the Idaho one, of course, is How Long Have People Lived in America? So we'll watch a bit of that one here. Hopefully you guys can hear this. I realize I still have my headphones on also, so I can hear it.
Hey everyone, Stefan here, chilling out, talking about...
It's got a great mustache too, right? Got to appreciate that.
By the river. If that's what you're into, consider subscribing. How long have people lived in North America? It's the most fundamental question for American archaeology. But
so we're not going to watch the whole video, but as you can see, like, pretty quality video. He's obviously got a good mustache, so you know he's a good guy. But you should definitely check out his channel. Next is Chemistry with Melissa Maribel, and this channel is probably the best like sister companion to my classroom, to my channel 2 Minute Classroom, except mine covers a lot more biology and hers covers mostly chemistry. She is a chemistry tutor, so she knows her stuff very well, and she has videos on every topic you could come across in chemistry. And she also does live streams during the school year and can answer your questions directly if you submit them beforehand. My favorite video of hers that I would suggest if you're taking chemistry is naming compounds with polyatomic ions. That's this video.
Plenty of examples going from the compound name to the chemical formula and from the chemical formula to the compound name, because naming compounds doesn't have to be complicated. Hello everyone, I'm Melissa Maribel, your personal tutor, and before we get to the examples, here are 3 things you really need to know for naming compounds with polyatomic ions. Important thing 1.
All right, so she gets into these. If you are taking a general chemistry course in high school or in college, I highly recommend subscribing to this channel because it'll save you so much time and help you so much in your studies. This is an excellent channel. I'm just going to jump back here to the live stream, make sure that everything's going well. Looks like it. Cool. All right, so jump back into it. Next channel, maybe the most underrated channel on this list is Porous. I actually don't know how you pronounce it. But he has some super quality content and is very knowledgeable on the subject. He covers a lot of topics around the human body. You can see some of his videos here. Hormones, puberty, oxytocin, anatomy. If you're taking anatomy, he covers a lot of the directional terms, anatomical regions, stuff you need to know for the class. My favorite video of his is his video on pain and how we feel pain.
What's up, everybody? I'm Patrick Kelly, and today we're talking about pain. And I'm not talking about the my dad never brought me to soccer practice when I was a kid kind of pain. I'm talking about real physical injury kind of pain. But to do that, I'm gonna need you to think about the last time that you got a good bump on the arm or a shinner, something good that left like a nice bruise. And unless you had immediate access to an ice pack, there's a good chance that you put your hand on the injury spot. Not because you needed to stabilize the injury, but because something in your brain knew that that would make it feel better. And
so he gets into this. He gets into why we feel pain, how those pain receptors work, and why, covering the wound or wherever the pain is actually does help to reduce the pain. So if you're interested in cool things about the human body, definitely check his channel out. Like I said, all the links will be in the description after the live stream. All right, next channel is Everythink. So Everythink is a broad channel, covers everything from aliens and robots, his most recent video, to things about our senses. He also covers interesting content. It's very, very high quality. So my favorite video of his is what is dark matter, which I won't explain, but he talks about.
This is the universe. And this tiny little bit here, this is what the trees, the rocks, the planets, stars, galaxies, sausages, eagles, Donald Trump, and human beings are made of. Matter. But what is the rest of it? Well, it's love. Not really. Some of it, around 27%, is dark matter.
All right, so he goes in to talk about dark matter, dark energy, and it's a good general overview of dark matter and even of astrophysics in general. And his videos are very high quality and very interesting, so you should definitely look into that. Next is Lib Lab, stands for Library Laboratory. AJ is he's the host of Lib Lab. He is a mechanical engineering student and real nice guy. Also a snappy dresser, loves the bow ties. I met him at VidCon this past year. A super great guy, and his channel actually is also very underrated. He creates some really high quality content, puts a lot of work into his videos. My favorite video of his, actually look at some of his other videos real quick just so you can get an idea. So he talks about some more fundamental science and physics, Newton's laws, but he also does some cool experiments. This one, he carves a pumpkin with like a torch, talks about turbulence and heat. He does some cool like lab type things. My favorite video of his though is about 3D printing.
In this footage, an engine block is being manufactured. The CNC machine removes material from the block until the desired shape is reached. This type of manufacturing is called subtractive manufacturing and works by taking a block of material and cutting away bits until you get a desired shape. But what if we could go the other way and start from the ground up and print a part?
So he goes on to talk about 3D printing, and it's actually a very educational video in what like 3D printing is and how it works and what we can do with it now and what the future looks like with it. So definitely check out that video and check out AJ's channel, Lib Lab. All right, next is Canubis. So this is probably the channel on this list that I watch the most, more than any other. And honestly, I'm not even super interested in the topics that he covers. He just covers them in such a great way that I can't help but enjoy it. So he kind of meets science with social studies, or covers topics around those. You can see some of his videos here. Cover things like Parallel Universe, Vlad the Impaler, National Anthems You Can't Sing is a popular one of his. But my favorite video of his, one that just recently came out, is this one. It's a beaut.
What would you call this? If you're technologically knowledgeable, you'll know that these particular files are called .gif files. But how would you pronounce that as a word? Well, it's simple. It's pronounced This war between GIF and GIF has been raging on since the .gif file was first introduced, all because of that damn letter G. But what if I told you that both pronunciations are actually correct?
Alright, so honestly, I enjoy this video mostly for the memes, but he actually gets into some good educational content, and you will probably learn something if you watch this video. And if all of his videos, like I say, are really enjoyable, he puts a lot of work into them, and it's quality content and quality education. So definitely check his channel out. Just go scroll through the videos, find one that sounds interesting, click on it, watch a couple minutes, and you'll probably like it. Alright, the last one on the list is the Roving Naturalist. So I also met Cheryl at VidCon. She covers a lot of topics, sort of broad topics surrounding humans and the natural environment and our interaction together. But she does it in a cool way, an interesting way, and she brings in a lot of, I don't know, current content, what's going on currently. She has a video, if I can find it, about Avengers Infinity War and what would happen if half the population died, how that would affect the environment and other things. My favorite video of hers is what's the greenest way to travel. And I like this video because it talks about, you know, different forms of transportation and their effects on the environment, but it doesn't make you, it doesn't shame you, it doesn't make you feel like, you know, you should be guilty because maybe you drive a car instead of taking public transit or walking or biking.
Summer is a time when a lot of people travel, usually for vacations, but also often for conferences and other work trips. I'm certainly no exception. As this video goes live, I'll be at the beginning of a 2-week-long trip to 2 different conferences, and I'll be going to a 3rd conference later in the summer. All this travel has me wondering about the amount of energy and fuel it takes to move me and my luggage from place to place. So what's the greenest way to travel?
All right, so she gets into it, talks about different ways to travel and the effects that they have on the environment, why one might be better than the other. But she's very practical about it, very fair and balanced. Like I say, it doesn't make you feel guilty. So be sure to check out the Roving Naturalist, her channel. All right, so I'm going to jump back to the live screen here. So, hopefully you enjoyed that. Like I said, I couldn't cover all the videos that I wanted to. Or all the channels that I wanted to, but these are some that I enjoyed and I had time to put together. So I'd love to know any channels that you guys have that you watch, any small educational channels that you watch. I'd love to know if you check these channels out. Let me know in the comments. Let me know what you think of them and if you like them. And if you do, definitely subscribe and share their content because I think you're going to see a lot of growth from these channels over the next year. If you watch this video, this live stream a year from now, and you check out these channels and they have 100,000 subscribers, honestly, I probably wouldn't be surprised. So let's see who we have. Comments, Connor, Nikki's still there. Excellent. Yes, sir. Thank you for saying my channel's amazing. I appreciate that. Dirt Allen, hello. This is Barris, French history, channel that I've been meaning to check out. I need to look into. Another great education channel, and you know, obviously appreciates the mustache, so you gotta appreciate that. All right, so I'm gonna unplug now, and I'll put those links in the description so you guys can come back and check those out. Make sure you follow those channels, and look forward to hearing what you think.